Hey everyone, welcome to an inside look at the many successful careers in construction, featuring one of the Midwest's largest commercial, general and masonry contractors, the Hagerman Group. Today you will get an inside look at many different roles and career paths to explore in construction. Along the way, you will discover some fun facts about construction and hear from some of the industry's most talented employees. Construction fact number 1. Construction is one of the oldest careers in history. The Hagerman Group has been in business since 1908. The Hagerman Group has 3 operating offices located in Fort Wayne, Indiana, Fishers, Indiana, and Louisville, Kentucky.
A family atmosphere. Even though we're one of the largest contractors in the state of Indiana, just not as masonry, but also in concrete, general trades, and CM, just in the state of Indiana, you know, it's awesome to see how family oriented we are.
The Hagerman Group provides employment for the following positions: project superintendents and foremen, union craftsmen in carpentry, concrete, labor, and masonry, project managers, project accountants, project estimators, safety managers, business development, design and marketing, and human resources. Construction fact number 2. Concrete has been the most popular building material throughout history. In essence, concrete is literally the foundation of this industry. Here are some fun facts about this project. First Internet Bank, located in downtown Fishers, Indiana. This project took 10,040 cubic yards of concrete. The parking garage provides 5 levels of parking and will park roughly 750 vehicles by the time it's completed. Hagerman provides roughly 100 to 140 employees, subcontractors, and craftsmen during a typical working day on site. The Hagerman Group employs these positions on concrete parking structures just like this one: project managers, project superintendents, safety managers, concrete finishers, and laborers, just to name a few.
I've been in construction. I started when I was 14 years old. And really, that's all I've ever done.
So construction kind of found me. After high school, I went to college not really knowing what I want, and a friend turned me on to safety management, and that it was a growing field. And so I took a 4-year degree in safety management at Indiana State, and that's what kind of led me into safety management portion of it, as well as making sure that I did internships in construction. And I tried to get in general industry, but construction was pulling me more and more in, just the amount of interest and diversity that construction has.
Construction fact number 3. There has been a 239% growth of drone use in the construction industry.
So this is the drone that I flew when we were out doing the interviews of the masons and the concrete out at First Internet Bank. This is a Mavic 2 Pro made by DJI. This is the lens. That's what takes all the photos. And then this is one of the smart controllers that I use to fly it.
Construction fact number 4. The Great Pyramid of Giza was the tallest structure in the world for over 3,800 years. It was said to have been constructed with over 2.3 million blocks of limestone. The Hagerman Group's Masonry division employs skilled workers to help place materials such as limestone, brick, and structural block on buildings as famous as Lucas Oil Stadium. The Hagerman Group employs these masonry positions: project managers, project estimators, project foremen, safety managers, bricklayers, hod carriers, and laborers, just to name a few.
Well, my title and role, I'm senior superintendent, and on a daily basis I just take care of the safety, scheduling, and making sure everybody has all the parts and pieces for a smooth day.
Hello, my name is Grant Linson, and I'm a project manager here with Hagerman. On this particular project, we're doing the concrete work, so that's my primary responsibility.
Typically on a job site, what we're looking for is obviously what our project or what the procedures and policies are for us. You know, PPE, proper. You know, make sure we have a hard hat, safety glasses, high visibility clothing on. But also making sure that, you know, hey, if there's impalement hazards, making sure that those are covered. Depending on the job, making sure that people are tied off if they're over 6 foot, and making sure that everybody's following the guidelines properly.
My roles and responsibilities on this project can be anything from being a layout man, so you'll lay the first 2 or 3 courses, usually working with a foreman. I have duties like running the saw because I'm a younger guy, I'm new, I'm an apprentice. I'll help stock sometimes if we're short on labor. I help build scaffold if we're short on labor. That's not often, but typically I'll be laying brick, getting on the wall. As you're a 3rd, 4th year apprentice, you get more wall time rather than running saw.
So I'm a hod carrier here. Lately I've been helping tear down scaffold and clean up the floors so nobody trips over anything or anything like that. Some days I'll stock out for the bricklayers and shovel them some mud every now and then.
My role is to manage all of the construction technology that we use on a project for efficient deliverables. I'm a drone pilot, as well as work with the 3D models for something that's called building information modeling, and I manage all of the subcontractors with their 3D models. So this is First Internet Bank. This is where we're actually doing a lot of the interviews of the masons and some of the other positions that you got to see on this video. Right here, and it's not necessarily in the model, but this is 116th Street in Fishers, so it kind of gives you a little bit of placement. This is the parking garage that we saw being built, and then let me actually show you, where we actually did some of the interviewing. So this was the 1st floor, and that was the 2nd floor, and we did a lot of the interviews right here on this 3rd floor. Before any of these walls, came in, I think Elle was actually laying some of the exterior mason right along this wall. Ethan was right here. And then Bob we interviewed right there. Here you see all of the MEP systems that are going to be going in on the 1st floor. All of this red right here is the ductwork. And then you have like your diffusers, and that's a ceiling, design ceiling. And then we have other kind of piping systems, such as stormwater and plumbing and electrical conduits. And these are the systems that I'll pull in together, and I'll work with the subcontractors to make sure nothing's hitting each other. flash.
Hi, my name's Chad Eber. I'm actually a second generation bricklayer. My dad's been a bricklayer obviously for a very long time. He's retired now, and I just followed in his footsteps and got into the trade.
As a kid, I went to work with some uncles on a brick house, and I really enjoyed it. And when I was 17, I did a little bit of time in a factory, and I was welding in a shop when one of those uncles asked me if I wanted to get out and try masonry. I went to work with him, and I've been at it ever since.
I'm a 5th generation actually, so my whole family is pretty much in it, but you can get in it without family, and you know, people talk about nepotism, but as long as you work hard, you know, your work's appreciated.
Construction fact number 5. Although the construction industry continues to grow, there is currently a shortage of construction workers.
But construction really hasn't slowed down. We're looking for more people on a daily basis. I mean, on a job this size, we could probably use 30 or 40 more people between masons and concrete and just metal studs, drywall. So every job is like that. We're a little short on manpower right now.
Construction fact number 6. Women comprise only 9.9% of the construction workers today. However, in the next few years, women will make up the construction workforce by more than 25%.
I was looking for a job that paid well, and I met somebody who offered me a job, so I started as a hod carrier. And then I heard about the union, which now I am a union bricklayer apprentice, and I got involved with the union because of the benefits and the pay and being able to receive a college degree. All being paid.
Construction fact number 7. Construction jobs are expected to grow as much as 10% by 2024, placing it 4th in job growth among major industries like health and business.
I think one of the most rewarding parts of being in construction is all the diversity, being around different people every day. Every project's a little bit different. I really enjoy the logistics to a job, how we get materials in and out and making sure that the job runs smoothly.
Get to meet a lot of new people, a lot of new places, and I just enjoy it.
Good work. It's hard work, but I guess you get to see the progress you're making and all that, so it's kind of rewarding at the same time.
It's really cool to just see your work and know it's going to be there for a long time.
Knowing that I'm using my own skills to make my living has paid off good through all of the years. And I can go anywhere and use my trade to make a living. That's nice.
That's what you see is you see the brickwork, you see the masonry. I'm not putting down electricians or plumbers or anything, but when somebody looks at the building, that's what they see. They see what you've done. They see the stone that you set or the arches you built or something like that.
Just seeing the progress that happens day in and day out. You know, you start on a project, it's often a empty field or an old building, and just watching the transformation that everybody on the team has put in and the work and time, and just seeing that finished product and knowing that you played a role in getting to that end point.
Well, I didn't go to college. I chose to get out in the workforce, into the skilled trade, and I just try to always better myself just by watching these other trades, these other bricklayers, other hod carriers, and learn from them and ask questions and just build that confidence up and knowing that I can do this. and just keep learning. I mean, just learning from guys around you each and every day.
Coming out of high school, my dad was very hands-on we had 7 kids in our family, 7 boys, and we would not do anything if we couldn't do it ourselves. My dad would not hire it out, he made us do it all. And then when I started in the construction industry, I started with my brother-in-law. It was more of a family business. We framed houses and apartment complexes and just stayed with it throughout the ages.
The career path I took is I went to Purdue and got a degree in civil engineering, and while I was there I sort of specialized in construction and structural type work. And civil engineering graduates can pretty much either take 2 paths, either go more the design way or the contractor route. And I like spending a little more time in the field, and just chose that I would stick with the contractor route. And sometimes people go back and forth, but I really enjoy it and see myself doing it for the rest of my career.
Yeah, so construction, it's an ever-growing industry. There's so many career opportunities to be involved in construction, whether that's management or being out as a craft hand to be out there. So just the opportunities are endless in construction, and I highly recommend being in the construction industry.
I would say it's a good path to look towards because I know people don't like school and all that, so getting into a trade is a good way to boost your career in a way that you can have a substantial lifestyle and still not go to college or anything like that.
It is a long-term career. Most guys that get into the field are their whole life. That's all they ever do. Now, it's been rewarding. I've got to work on some great projects, some high-profile projects. It's been a good wage. I made a good living, I would encourage them to look into an apprenticeship through any of the trades.
Unfortunately, a lot of kids these days have not been informed of how rewarding and how successful you can be in the construction industry. Whether it's office or field or a mix of both. I think that everybody in the construction industry has probably a higher than average job satisfaction. And it also doesn't hurt that in general it's one of the better paying careers. If you join an apprenticeship after high school or go to the college route, or whichever way you take, it's going to be a career that you get some enjoyment out of, make a good living.
In summary, to career paths in construction, there are 3 main routes you can take to be successful in construction. Number 1, unskilled tradesman or tradeswoman. No specific educational requirements. Entry-level construction with a lot of hands-on learning. Number 2, skilled tradesman or tradeswoman. Trade school or an apprenticeship program provides you with an earned 2-year associate's degree, hands-on learning, pay scale increase with experience, and this route also supports positions such as carpenters, masons, finishers, and laborers.
I chose a skilled trade as a career because I'm able to work, get paid while I learn, and it's all hands-on. I'm learning on the job, and there are many opportunities for once I'm a journeyman, I can excel higher and do other things that I want to do as well.
Number 3, construction or engineering degree. 4-year degree gives you more control and oversight of a project, and this route supports positions such as project management, safety management, and estimating.
I didn't go to college thinking that I would 100% be working for a contractor, but anytime I drove by a job site, I was always interested in what was going on, who was building what, why it all was happening. So when I got a degree in civil engineering, I just knew that, I got a little bit of a taste on a few job sites, and it was just something I really enjoyed and thought I could see myself doing it into the future.
I bet you're wondering how much money one of these jobs will pay. The average wage and salary compensation for a career in construction here in the state of Indiana is roughly between $30,000 and $100,000 a year, of course depending on your role and experience. In addition, you may have so many other benefits that come with your position. Well, that wraps it up. We hope you enjoyed exploring a career in construction with the Hagerman Group. If you have an interest in building, working with your hands, working inside and outside, tapping into your creativity, estimating, managing the project, or technology, or if seeing the tangible success of something you help create is what you're looking for, then a career in construction might just be in your future.